Everyone has a story. Stories have power. They help us understand each other. This is Jessop's Journal. Hey Kayla, great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Let's go chat. Kayla, it's time to sign into Jessop's Journal. I'm Doug Jessop. Welcome to this episode of Jessop's Journal. With me today, Kayla Glines. Okay, so you've got a shirt on that says good vibes. What in the world does good vibes mean to you?
It is my motto for life. When you got as many kids as I've got, you got to have something good going.
That's true, okay? And so we're going to chat with that a little bit, but first I'm going to tell the story, okay, this is a weird one, of how in the world we met, okay? You are a phlebotomist.
Yes, I am.
So for people that don't know what in the world that is, explain.
I draw blood all day. I'm a vampire. I stab people. I mean, that's what I do.
So yes, you stabbed me. It's our, we were just chatting, and let's get real. We're both kind of chatty people. Okay?
Yes.
And I come to find out that you were a triplet.
Yes, I am.
But there's something a little different about this triplet.
I'm a triplet that has triplets and then had quadruplets.
Oh my, that's a lot of kids. Okay, I gotta ask, how many kids did you have in diapers at the same time?
I have 5 right now.
All in diapers?
5 are in diapers right now.
Oh my gosh. Do you worry about, having, what's the next after, number 5?
Quintuplets.
Quintuplets, okay. Yeah, you going for 5?
No. We're done.
We're done, yeah, we're done. Okay, I had to ask, okay. What are the names of your triplets?
Allie, Grayson, and Parker. Grayson and Parker are my surviving triplets. Then we move on to our quads. Reese, a boy. Lincoln, a girl. Oakley, a girl. And then you got the end of ends, Jameson.
Describe what your thoughts were when you found out that you were going to have triplets.
I was actually really excited. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a triplet.
Yeah.
I got the concept. I mean, if I grew in my mom's belly, there was 3 of us, I could totally do it. Not a big deal. So
is there fertility drugs? I mean, what kind of medical magic? Was there anything that helped there or not?
So we had actually been trying for 10 years to get pregnant. And in that 10 years, we adopted our daughters, our oldest. And then we decided, hey, it's time for us to have our own kids. And so we went and did fertility. They told us a 1% chance. That's not a lot at all. And so we did it. And we were just very lucky, and we got all 3 of them.
Wow.
And it's great. Like, we get 2 of them that we get to hold all the time now, and they're good kids.
It sounds like your first one passed then?
Yes.
Okay, was that at birth? Or?
That was at birth.
Okay. Were there any medical issues that you had to deal with the kids, with your triplets?
So with them being born at 27 weeks,
oh dear.
Gestation, there comes a lot of problems. Parker, our baby C out of that bunch, seemed to excel and do the things that he was supposed to do in a NICU. He was in there for about 94 days. We just did the normal things, came home on oxygen, stayed on that for a while. He's just a normal 3-year-old now. Grayson, on the other hand, he was our child that had problems from the beginning. We couldn't ever extubate him, which is remove the tube out of his throat, and he ended up going up to primary children's to be evaluated. On being evaluated, we found that his whole entire airway was full of scar tissue, and we tried multiple things to get him extubated, and it just didn't work. And so on October 21st, 2017, we trached him. We put a trach in his throat, and we started the process of trying to get him to breathe out of that trach, be stable enough to be able to come home. He ended up coming home on Black Friday, 2017. Best day of our lives, but the scariest of our lives.
Oh, I bet. So is he still on trach thing?
He is not. He's actually had his whole entire airway reconstructed.
Wow.
And with that surgery, that trach came out, and that was the first time I got to hear my baby cry.
Oh, wow.
So it was the best day of my life.
Wow. How old was he when that happened?
He was almost 3. So it was actually Cinco de Mayo last year that we did it. And we waited our patient 7 days while he stayed intubated and completely paralyzed to see if it would work, and it worked.
Okay, now I gotta ask, with all this stuff, what kind of financial, what are we talking about here?
He's a $4.5 million baby.
Whoa, okay, that he's a special kid.
He's worth every penny of it. I would pay him
There you go.
100 times more for that.
I understand that Parker has, done something very, very special for mom and dad just recently.
Oh, he's potty trained. He's potty trained. Totally potty trained.
Hallelujah. So you had 6 kids in diapers, so now you've got 5, okay? When everybody was doing the things, have you ever taken the time to count how many diapers that you go through in a typical day?
Well, if you really think about it, if I go to Costco once a week and buy 2 boxes, very large boxes, they have 150 diapers in them, and I'm done with diapers and have to go back to Costco on Sunday, every Sunday, that should tell you how many diapers I go through, with 5 in there.
I'm not a math major, but that sounds like a lot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So does Huggies sponsor you guys?
No.
Huggies, come on, made in Utah. Kayla could really help you out here.
I would love it.
Yeah, no kidding. There's this show on TV that I keep kind of coming back to, and it's one of my favorite shows, and it's very, very well written, but man, it's an emotional show. And you probably know what I'm gonna say. There's this show called This Is Us. Do you have any kind of connection there?
For our triplets, definitely. That show, we stopped watching it completely after the birth of our triplets because it hit home to a degree that we couldn't even understand. But it reminds me of the night we had done all of our fertility treatments, and I remember laying on the couch, and I said to my husband, as he literally rubbed my feet, I'm like, that's totally gonna be us. And it was. It was. We had our 2 sons that got to live, and our baby girl we had to bury, and we had already adopted 2, and so it just was there. Now, if you add the quads in there, it doesn't go with This Is Us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, so you did have the fertility treatment on the triplets.
Yes.
So did you have fertility treatment on the quads?
No.
Whoa, serious?
That's our first night away after raising 2 complicated little boys and 2 older children. So
Kayla, you're the mom of triplets. You just find out that you're pregnant, and you're thinking, okay, 1 kid at a time this time. Did it work out that way? Not so much. Do tell.
So I went in for a scan, thought it may have been a tubal. Wasn't a tubal. We were 5 weeks, 3 days, and I wasn't paying attention to the screen at all. Maybe a glance here or there. But if you're just glancing at it, you're just gonna see 1 baby at a time, right? Then our doctor looks up and he says, I think I see 4.
Your reaction?
It was very not appropriate.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're bleeping over here going, oh my goodness sakes alive, I've got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. So your husband, what was his reaction?
He just said, honey, watch your mouth.
You had a kid in the room, I
Parker's
guess?
here.
Gotcha. Okay. You are a phlebotomist, otherwise known as my friendly little vampire, and you draw blood and everything. What does your husband do for a living?
So my husband actually takes care of all of our kids, but
Wow.
he has 2 college degrees.
Yes.
He has a degree in social work and a degree in English.
Well, he's definitely doing the social work, no doubt about it.
I would say that on some days.
Yeah.
If you read the text conversations, you might not agree with that some
Okay,
days.
well, yeah. Okay. And from the English standpoint, he does like to correct your language, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to get anybody
Usually
in trouble.
says you missed the period.
Oh, okay. There is a little birthday coming up here fairly soon. So what does a birthday party look like at Kayla's house?
So we actually haven't celebrated our quadruplets birthday yet. As we all know, COVID kind of put a damper on everything. The world shut down the week of their birthday.
Oh, really?
I had ordered everything for it, and it's all sitting in a bag still for their first birthday party. But this year, oh, it's down.
Party
We
time.
are having a party.
Okay.
And so I'm doing the controversial Dr. Seuss, thing 1 through 4.
It makes me wonder what Halloween is going to look like at your house when the kids get older.
Oh, I'm super excited.
How's everybody doing health-wise right now?
They are all healthy. We're just all doing so good.
Wonderful. Now, you have got such a phenomenal attitude. It might be because you're out in the workforce and your husband's doing the day.
Probably.
I don't know, but
I mean, I'm able to relieve my stress in a very payable way.
yes, that is true. So, what keeps you up at night?
My kids. I know that sounds weird to say. My kids sleep through the night. They have for a long, long time. Grayson does. We've dealt with a lot of crazy things that most people couldn't even imagine. I've performed CPR on him. I have watched him go through surgery after surgery, and he is my number 1 worry all the time. He is the strongest boy I know, but I fear walking into his room every morning that something's happened. That's my biggest worry. Providing my kids with everything they need to make them decent human beings. I do work a lot, and there's no argue whatsoever in our house of who's better and who isn't better. My kids will ultimately say, "Mommy does it better." And my kids do want me home, but I'm a better mom sometimes just to go to work. My husband is very patient. He does get a little weird. No one likes to hear him yell. It sounds funny. So, but those are my things. I just want to give my kids the whole entire world and teach them something in it at the same time. And so that's how I am.
What gives you the most joy in life?
There's this thing, and it's like an adrenaline kick for me. And most parents will know this, Christmas morning, when your kids come down, and that pure sense of like joy that's on their face. It's just so pure, and it doesn't matter the age they are or, how grumpy they're gonna be later in that day. That is my adrenaline kick. So we just, Parker potty trained. I mean, amazing, right? I bought him a puppy.
What's the puppy's name?
It's Squishy.
Squishy. Okay, there you go.
This little tiny puppy. But if you just look at the smile on his face, I thrive off of that. I don't get to be home for a lot of firsts because I'm at work. And when I get to see those smiles, it's absolutely heart-melting to me. But it makes me know that I've done something to make my kids happy. I will do anything to see that smile. It's almost my ding, here's your treat.
What is a photo shoot at your house with your kids look like? I mean, because, you know, it's hard enough to get one kid to smile and this and the other, but how do you do that?
Well, so we have a really good friend who actually takes our pictures. She's absolutely amazing. Love her to death. We went to college together, took some classes together, became friends. I remember contacting her and saying, so we need to get family pictures. Didn't take them just with like the 4 children I had. I wish I would have. Just was a little preoccupied with Grayson and his awesomeness. So the first family pictures weren't too bad. No, they were babies still. It was just cold. This year, they're all walking. They're all crawling. We did it in a studio. I wouldn't recommend that. To get everyone to look at a camera, it takes about 4 people jumping up and down like crazy people. We were just trying to get them to look at the camera.
So you've had the triplets and you had the quads, but you also adopted, was it 2 kids?
2.
Okay, how old are they?
Our oldest, Addison, will be 10 on April 25th. And then you have Amelia. They're actually biological siblings. They are family related. They're absolutely amazing kids.
So what was their reaction when they found out that triplets were going to join the family?
Well, they didn't think it was fair, actually.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's a 6-year age gap almost on the triplets and them. And so they're like, were we not good enough?
And then what did they think with the quads?
Oh, they thought that was amazing. They're like, well, we did it before. Let's do it again.
There you go. And I'm guessing that they're fantastic helpers.
They are. They help as much as they possibly can. It's usually, like I said, one gets picked to always help with bedtime, always help with putting in high chairs for dinner, lunch, breakfast, and they always play with them. They're absolutely amazing.
And the most important question, who gets stuck with diaper duty?
Not me.
Through this experience that you would tell to new parents out there, is there anything that you've learned that you did not know before because of the triplets and the quads?
I gained a lot of patience. Grayson's a lot to help with that. He taught me a lot of patience. But then you added on 4 more. And sleep became my biggest priority in the whole entire world. I don't think a lot of new moms realize that sleeping, that makes your day or breaks your day.
Are you talking about the kids sleeping or you sleeping?
Me sleeping. At some point in time, you have to realize as a parent, you've got to make yourself a priority so that you can make them a priority. And sleep is my thing. So even on my days off, you better bet I'm taking a nap. And it's so that I can keep up with them, so that I can be patient enough and have the energy to be patient enough to give them what they need or to understand them. And so that's what I do. I won't lie to anybody. I like my sleep.
I'm with you. I'm with you. The show is called Jessops Journal. This is my journal, you know, and it's got all kinds of marks and scuffs and everything. And the folks at Rustico have got a hashtag, and it's the question that I ask every single person I interview. So, Kayla Glines, how do you want to leave your mark?
I want to leave my mark everywhere I go. I will smile every day, whether it be with my kids, whether it be at work. Right now I'm getting ready to pursue a nursing degree. I just want to make everyone's day happy. I know the end of sadness and wanting to belong and all of those things. And I just want people to feel like when they're in my presence that they belong, that they're special. Because you only get one life and it's short. So why not make somebody smile?
And you got a great smile.
I do.
Kayla, thanks so much for coming on. There's a couple other people we got to thank. Of course, we started, and then, the Five Wives, the hand sanitizer, and yeah, they do make adult beverages. Of course, Rustico makes all my journals. You think about washing your hands, but have you thought about washing your nose? Totally serious. Clear nasal spray. Good stuff. Okay. And it helps a lot with kids with ear infections.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. And then, of course, Taylor Cooperative makes all my clothes, and we got JW Custom Hats. Here's the thing I want people to remember. Everyone has a story. Now, not everybody's a triplet that had triplets and then quads, but everyone has a story. And stories have power. They help us understand each other. With another entry in the Jessops Journal and Kayla Glines, I'm Doug Jessop, ABC4 News.